Who goes there? Oh, it's actually only the camera. Sorry, I just got a little carried away. There we go. Forget it. So, today I'm going to be teaching you how to build a basic tarp shelter. You can call it a tarp shelter, and I just call it a tarp shelter, but I also like calling it a survival shelter. I think that's actually a more fitting name. I did another video. I don't think it's out yet, but I did it a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to show you how to make that with home materials. I'm going to look like a complete idiot doing this. But bear with me because we don't have even half an acre of land. So I don't have access to outside materials to build shelters. And we don't have many great places around the town here where I live for cutting trees and stuff. Most of it you have to drive an hour or two away. So yeah, I'm going to be improvising with some home materials. So first of all, you're going to need a tarp. This is actually a blanket, but a tarp, or then you could improvise with sticks and leaves and stuff. And then you need a pile of sticks, leaves, branches, stuff like that. And then you need something small that's, fairly small, like about the size of this matchbox or this rock, something like that. And then you're going to need 5 pieces of paracord, all about 4 to 8 feet long, depending on what your, how thick your branches are. So we have this pile of sticks and branches. We have 5 pieces of paracord. We have 2 things that are small. You only need 1 of them. And then we have our tarp. So yeah, let's move this thing and get started. Yeah. All right, my royal stick holder. Please, can I have the sticks? The other ones.
Fine. If you say so.
I say so. Okay, so what you're going to do first is you need to lash these 2 branches together. You need a tree, which this is not a tree. You need a tree and another tree. You need 2 trees in a line from each other. And then, well, actually you need 3 trees. If not, you can improvise by putting sticks in the ground. So, before you start building, you need to know, I think it's 3 different kinds of knots. 2 kinds of lashings and 1 knot. So, let's go check those out in this video right here. Alright, so we are going to get our 2 branches and lash them together. I'm going to show you how to do that. So, you need 1 to go this way and 1 to go this way. And so that's how your branches are going to lay. But I'm going to actually remove this and show you how to tie this first knot. So, what you're going to do is you're going to take your rope and go over the top, then come underneath and come back up so that it's crossed like that. Then you're going to go under again, but this time you see this beam right here of rope. You're going to tuck your working end into there and pull it tight. Now, I know that was a really hard knot. It was so hard, yeah. So, what we're going to do is you're then going to take your other stick, and put it on top of that. I'm going to scooch that up. Make sure that you have plenty of room on this one, because you're going to need that. Then take your standing end, which is all this loose rope, and your working end, which is this, and you're going to twist them together. once you're done with that, you are going to take your windings and go over this beam going on here on the right side. Then go under this board, on top of this board, or sorry, not board, log or stick or whatever. Then back under there, and then repeat that process. And I'm really fast at doing this, so yeah, you work on this and I'm gonna be really fast and do this. Now that I've done that super fast, your last winding should be, so for me, it should be on your right side. Then you're gonna start winding around just the top of this pole. Just like so. And then you are going to tie, so the first knot you tied right here, you're going to retie that right here. Just FYI, that is called a clove hitch. So you have completed your first set of lashings. So let's stand up again, or actually rather kneel. So now you need another piece of paracord since you have that lashing, and now you need your forked stick. I'm going to go like that to make a forked stick. Boom, I'm smart. I heard that. So, actually, before you do that, you are going to take this rope, and for the other one, I tied what I said was a clove hitch, and I was right. I tied a clove hitch to start it, but this is going to be easier tying a slip knot. So how you're going to do that, this is the hardest knot ever. It's actually not. So, it's not, oh, pun intended. So you're going to make a loop, and then bring the working end back to that loop. My videographer is almost, like, trying not to laugh. She is trying not to laugh. Okay, there she goes. And, that's my chair. So now you have this loop here, and you are going to put it around your tree branch. Then take this end, put it back through your loop, and pull that loop tight. You should still be able to slip it. And then, I don't know, but my videographer is still not laughing, trying not to laugh. So, then you're going to put your branch through that loop and take your forked branch to hold that up. Put that there so that it holds that up, because you want to know what height. Excuse me. So then you're going to hold that knot tight while you start wrapping around. So what this wrapping is going to look like, I will take you on a camera view around that. Let's go. So now that you have had that, you know how to wrap. Depending on how much rope you have, do it about until you have probably about half. Then switch directions and do the exact same thing, but wind the other way until you have about 6, 7 inches left. Then you're going to start wrapping around here. Sorry. Wrapping, let's see, just kind of tie it off however you want. There's not really a certain way you have to do this. It's just kind of however you feel like it. So make sure that that's tight enough that it will stay, like mine wasn't. I'm going to go ahead and fix that real quick. Okay. Excuse me, I'm back. And I have that lashed. And now it's time for yet another piece of rope. So we're going to do the same type of lashing that we did last time. Use the same kind of beginning slip knot. So now you're going to take your forked stick, and place that on there, and then you're going to lash that together. So yeah, I'll be back when I've done that. So now I'm back and I've tied that. So you're going to do that lashing yet again. So come get a little closer look, just step forward, don't just zoom your eyes in, step forward. And so make a loop, go around this other tree here, or then if you have a log going that way, or a branch, however you want to do it. So that you have then another loop right there. And then you're going to bring this branch. Can you please hold that forked stick? Actually, pick up the forked stick. On the stick part. Okay. Okay. Sit down. Okay. So, can you hold that forward? So you're going to lash this up on here. And I think I've showed you how fast I can do it, or how fast I can lash it together enough times. So I'm just gonna cut the video and see you back when I'm done. Alright, so now if you're using a tarp, then follow along. If not, skip forward. If you're using branches, skip forward and skip this step. So you're not gonna do much yet. You're just gonna drape your tarp over all your branches, kind of to get the dimensions. Depending on how you're building it, it may be smart to do this before you set up your branches. But so sorry, my nose is kind of running. So I'm going to kind of just take a little time to get this set up here, and yeah. Okay, so now you need to take your rope and tie that same slip knot that you used for all those other lashings. And you're not going to do any lashing, actually. You're just going to tie the slip knot. Make it to about that size, about the size of your hand. Then take your rock or whatever else you're using. Let's see. Reach inside the shelter. Get as close to the center as you can and push up. Then grab it on top and secure that with the knot. So now it's time for you to be a circus tent maker. And run this up on here. Bingo. And then undo that. And then tie this off. Sorry, my videographer wants something. I'll be right back. So, these next couple steps I am going to do, you guys won't have to do this because unless you're just experimenting in your house, you won't be using blankets, you'll be using sticks. So for the sticks, you'll just line them up on the side, fill it in with leaves, mud, rocks maybe, whatever you can use. So I'm going to go and real quick set up my sticks. course. And now I am going to go ahead and put my tarp up. You'll need to do this. Hopefully you can just drape it over the side. You might have seen me using clothespins, so I might have to do that now. So, yeah. Drape your tarp over, and yeah, just get that done. And also, you don't have to do this thing right here. You can just let it flat. I just did it because of how the shelter turned out. There's not really a code or like a building code for survival shelters. It's just kind of, there's a rough plan, and then you just kind of follow that rough plan. So, yeah, let me go ahead, get this snug, and so let me grab one more thing. So, this goes up there. So this is my homemade survival shelter.
Okay, guys, let's go find Mrs. Ryan.
What?
Show us around.
Oh yeah. So back up. I have my fire right here. And so yeah, this is my survival shelter. It's pretty plain because I don't really care. I just want to get inside. That's typically how it will be for a survival shelter, unless you're just building it for fun. And then it might be smart to place bright clothing on the roof or something like that, because that'll be easier for rescuers to spot if you are lost. If you're not lost and just building it for fun or for camping, then yeah. But so yeah, thanks for watching this episode of Survival Guys. Hit like, subscribe, and watch our videos over and over.